Hello and welcome to this online workshop. My name is Ben and I'll be your host, and very soon I'll introduce you to our main educator, Daniel Gibbs. As we wait for people to log in and get comfy, I just want to say that we are thrilled that you've joined us. The reason is that we're on a mission. We believe that every patient deserves the royal treatment. So our mission is to put the care back into healthcare so that you can transform client experiences and build a thriving clinic based on sound systems that take the hassles out of being a health professional and business owner. We are truly honored and privileged that you've decided to invest your time with us and ultimately invest your time on behalf of your clients, because it is truly for them. The topic for this session, 7 steps to wow new patients, forms the basis for creating the ultimate new patient journey. We hope that this is not just another info session that you attend. We hope that you apply the tangible systems that you'll have access to during our time together. Someone dear to me once said, there's a difference between knowing what to do and doing what you know. I'll repeat that. There's a difference between knowing what to do and doing what you know. So be sure to learn, implement and refine. Be sure to take action. Be sure to invest in your client's experience. We have people from around the world and actually from a spectrum of professional backgrounds joining us here. And I can see that everyone's almost online now. So without further ado, let me introduce to you Daniel Gibbs. Daniel has obsessed about providing amazing client experiences. In fact, it led him to winning the Telstra Business Award for his podiatry practice. Now, this award recognises businesses from all industries. It's the best of the best. And it acknowledges the businesses with service excellence. While the awards don't really matter, you can appreciate that creating sound systems to deliver your care every single time means that you can succeed as a health professional and business owner. They're not mutually exclusive. So please be ready, because I'm going to pass you on to Daniel. Daniel, take it away.
Well, hello everybody and welcome. Great to have you on board. You know, the landscape of healthcare is changing rapidly, and it's no longer good enough just to have the best skills, technical abilities, or equipment. You see, we're moving into a time where it's not about the experience of the practitioner, but the experience of the client. The difference between you and other health professionals out there is not so much about the results you can achieve with a client, but rather the experience that a client has with you. And that's what's happening right now. See, people are desperate for connection and great experiences. And I'm not just talking about your clients either. This goes for your team members, your practitioners, admin, support staff who will be attracted to you based on their experience of your care. Well, my name's Daniel Gibbs, and as a health professional myself, having podiatry as my trade and small business as my vehicle to make a difference, I know that if you're going to succeed in the long run, your clients come first. And in fact, this isn't just the #1 business rule. That is to obsess about your client experience. It's also been proven in the research. Clients achieve better health outcomes when they have a better connection to the people and the events that make up their healthcare experience. The great thing is that mastering your clinic, hey, it's a formula and it can be broken down into simple steps. So in this webinar, I am going to share the 7 key steps to transforming your client's experience to wow your new patients. You see, the thing that connects us as health professionals, and we've got health professionals from all over on board tonight, is that at some stage, we all deliver our service to new patients. And it's from that point that we can either position ourselves as trusted advisors in their health or fail. We fail to impact their health because we can't deliver an experience that resonates with them. But I'm not suggesting that the health services we offer are not important, because they are. They're really important. It's just that if we're going to optimize our clients' outcomes and create thriving clinics, we need to find new and better ways to serve our new patients. The core principles of business and the fundamental approach to healthcare are in fact the same. Put the client first and obsess about delivering amazing experiences, providing more value than anyone else, and creating tangible outcomes. So So in this webinar, I'm going to show you exactly how to launch this aspect of your business with confidence and become a better clinic owner from your own computer. So we are going to cover the 7 key processes to creating raving new patients. So important. We're going to talk about how to position yourself as a trusted advisor and how to take the pressure off you as the lead practitioner. We talk to clinic owners all over the place, and a lot of feedback that we get is if only we could get our team to love the clinic or to do the things that I do as the owner. We're going to talk about what elite clinic owners are doing in their own words as well. Stick around as well, because at the end I'm going to show you how you can access the exact systems that I use in my business and fast track your results. And I'll also give you a strategy to transform the great client experience you already deliver to generate and convert that experience into word of mouth referrals. More clients in your books. Hopefully that's going to be great for everyone. So that's what's coming up. Firstly, let's look at what the big guys are saying. Jeff Bezos from Amazon, this guy is worth $30 billion. And here's his quote about the customer experience, the new economy of business at the moment. We see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the hosts. It's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little bit better. How about this from Tony Hsieh? Now, Tony Hsieh owns Zappos.com. Now, Zappos is consistently ranked as one of the best places in the world to work. And he says, I'd rather spend money on things that improve the customer experience than on marketing. How about this one from Steve Jobs? You've got to start with the customer experience and work back towards the technology, not the other way around. And I know, particularly for health professionals, that often we get sucked in by this mentality of, isn't it enough to just fix a client's problem? Well, that's the technology, that's your technical ability, but it's got to start with the customer experience. It's kind of like first class versus economy. Both will get us to our destination. It's just that the passenger from one will probably feel better than the other upon arrival. At my clinic, at Posture Podiatry, we went through a process of orientating our service around creating the best experience for our clients and looking for ways to have new patients talking about us for the right reasons. So we did things like herbal tea, and when we became the only podiatrist on the books of a boutique tea supplier, they said to me, wow, you must be really good podiatrists if you're willing to serve this quality tea. See, that's the thing, right? People may not understand all the wonderful things we can do for feet in a podiatry clinic, but they do understand a beautifully presented cup of tea, and that's the key. You know, now we've sort of extended that to foot baths, mineral salt foot baths with essential oil. We give gifts, we have information packs, we add little personalized things, you know, post-it notes on all the outgoing mail and anything we can do to create that personal experience. And it's led to us being recognized for our service as winner of the Telstra Business Award, which we're really proud of. And I'm really proud of our team for getting us there. But really, what it all comes down to is we have a tight team of professional people who each understand their role and how their work affects everyone else in the business. And me, as the business owner, I'm able to trust that each client is receiving the same high level of service, no matter who they're seeing. Now, this is where I need to ask a question and get some interaction here. I want to know, what challenge, you can type this in, what challenge do you face in implementing great experiences? I mean, as health professionals, we all know that we give great experiences. I'd love you to type away while I'm talking here. And we've asked a lot of people this same question, and we get all sorts of responses from people saying all this extra work, you know, and yeah, we're getting that one. We've got replicating ourselves, consistency, automating these systems. You know, that sort of stuff is huge. Yes, that's right. Oh, clients not wanting it. Well, that's a good one. I mean, clients not wanting it, it's true. Sometimes, and especially in Australian culture, when you visit a friend and then you offer them a glass of water, and it's always, oh, no, I'm right. And it's only until you're pouring the glass of water and handing it to them that they accept it with thanks. Sometimes clients don't want it, but that's some of the challenges. They're not willing to receive it. You know, transient population, getting the team to follow through. Hey, there's one, getting the team to follow through. I mean, that's huge. I mean, a lot of this points to the fact that there is opportunity in creating great client experiences. But it comes down to opportunity. This opportunity without structure, it's chaos. So opportunity without structure is chaos. Having systems around each of those things is really important. Thanks for your input on that one, everyone. Guys, I really appreciate that. Let's look at some of the systems you can put in place to wow your new clients. Now, there are 3 keys to this, all about wowing your new patients. First of all, first key is know your client's journey. What that means is put yourself in your client's position and imagine that they are experiencing your business and you're experiencing it from their point of view, knowing every touch point that they have with you. We'll expand on that soon. Deliver great consultations. This sounds like it may go without saying, but hey, delivering great consultations is so key. And you've got to have methods and systems in how to do that. And thirdly, monitoring the results. A great system always has a way to monitor that it's effective. All right, get out your notepad. And also, if you've got one, grab a highlighter as well, because you'll see why it'd be really useful to have a highlighter while you're writing notes. I'm going to go pretty fast, so keep scribbling away as we go. We're going to start with knowing your client's journey. Now, the 7 steps to new client wow, new patient wow comes out of these 3 keys. And the first 3 come in under knowing your client's journey. So step 1, it's about the new patient process. What you need to do here is put yourself in the place of a new patient who's visiting your clinic and identify key touch points on their journey with you and simply have a system around each of those. And it follows the procedure of before the appointment, during the appointment, and after the appointment, okay? So before a client has come to see you, there is a real good opportunity to be able to connect with them and engage with them on a personal level, even before they've met you. Think about things like sending out pre-appointment information, welcome packs, some information about what they're going to expect, even just car parking, a map, what to bring, all the other really good things that you can do to actually give people the information they need before they come and see you. A welcome letter. I mean, it's just welcoming to the clinic. Hey, it's building anticipation. And a reminder text. We all have people who don't show up for their appointments, and it can be simple as a reminder text. But don't just send a generic one. Send a reminder text that actually has a message in it or something that builds the enthusiasm or the anticipation for the appointment ahead, something personal, something with a little bit of life. Steer away from a generic message like your appointment reminder for tomorrow or whatever the case may be, but connect with your client before the appointment. During the appointment, really important to make this great, an ideal first impression. It starts with the condition of your sign at the front of the clinic, the car park, the way they're greeted when they come in, having the admin team who may be your team or maybe someone else's if you're renting a room within another facility, creating that ideal first impression for them. And having a great consultation. Make sure that that experience is really good, and you can systemize great consultations. And if you're having trouble with getting your team on board to do the same things you do, it's really good to do. There's real opportunity in there. Communicating a management plan for your client. You are the trusted advisor, and knowing what the next step is very important in that. We'll cover that in more detail in a little bit later on. Making sure the client details are entered correctly. This is an admin thing, but it's so key. All your communication is going to go to the client. There's a lot of things that need to happen. And if you've got an admin team that are good at entering details correctly, you know that they're going to be good at other things. Sometimes out of mastering the small things, the bigger things come about. And booking that review appointment, making sure that they leave with the next step clear. They know exactly what's happening next. After the appointment, it doesn't just end once they've seen you for the first time. After the appointment, there's still ways to connect. Sending a thank you letter. Hey Johnny, it was great to see you. Thank you for spending some time with us. We hope you enjoyed your experience. That sort of level of engagement. a phone call from the practitioner to the client, a few days afterwards, just to check in and make sure that everything's okay. If you don't have time to do a phone call, that's fine. Maybe a text message or an email, something that connects with the client after they've been to see you for the first time. Sending a letter to other health professionals in the healthcare team. I mean, this is key because you're involving other professionals in the care and the process of the client. Even if they weren't involved in the referral of that client to see you, it's still important to involve them in the process of what you're doing to treat them. It's a great referral strategy as well because you're constantly popping up on their radar, and that communication is very valuable. So there it is. I mean, a lot of stuff before the appointment, during the appointment, after the appointment. And I know I'm going fast. I'm going to move on to the next step now. So what I'd like you to do is just take a quick look back over the notes that you're scribbling down and just grab your highlighter and highlight one thing that you can implement right away. At Clinic Mastery, we are all about implementation and giving you the tools that you can implement right away. So just highlight something that you can do right away. And we're going to move on to the next step, which is about connection. Now, this strategy around connection with your client is the one key strategy that I've used to position me as a trusted advisor in their care. It's so important. Connecting with your client starts with the emotional bank account. Now, what is an emotional bank account? Well, in any interaction with any person that you come to meet, it doesn't matter whether it's a client, whether it's a friend, an acquaintance, a business contact, whoever it is, when you meet someone, you open up a transaction account with them. Now, it's not a real one, obviously, but it's an emotional bank account. And we're constantly making deposits and withdrawals into this bank account. Some examples of deposits would be being courteous, being on time, such a key thing for health professionals, respecting the client, being consistent, following through with what you say you're going to do, and being attentive and listening to their concerns. These are all deposits that build that emotional bank account. There are times, however, when we need to make withdrawals. And I know I've needed to make withdrawals, say if I am running behind schedule, that could be a withdrawal. But there are other withdrawals as well, where if you're rude or if you're late or if you're indifferent, maybe perhaps you've built this experience to be huge and then what they get is not as expected. Maybe you're forgetful. You don't quite follow through. Maybe you're too busy with the day-to-day tasks that you forget to do things that matter, or dismissive of someone's concerns. These withdrawals add up bit by bit, and if you can imagine the emotional bank account as being like if you're in credit with someone, then you may be able to make a withdrawal, but if you're depleted, if that bank account is depleted and there's nothing in there, and you run late that one time, it could be enough for them to never want to come back and see you again. It's kind of like that straw that breaks the camel's back. Use this as a teaching point with your team. It's so important. It's really important to, the further you are in the deposit territory, the more trusted you become as the health professional. So there it is. In your notes, just highlight something that works for you, something you can do, a little key point. We're going to revisit that later on. Step 3 in knowing your client journey is about staying in touch. Hey, can I just ask, how's everyone going at the moment? We're doing all right? You're staying with me? Good? Yes? Looking good? Great. Thanks, guys. Number 3, staying in touch. I'm going to pause here because I just want to say that this key is one of the big ones. Staying in touch with your client is huge, and perceived indifference is a big hole, a big plug to fill in the business. Let me just tell you a little bit about perceived indifference, because what this means is your customer perceives, or your client perceives, that you don't really care if they turn up or not. And most people that leave your business is because of this perceived indifference, and they're not usually the bad customers that leave. These are your best customers, the ones that expect to be treated better, and they're quietly disappointed. I think it's really important. And have a look at this graphic here. 4% of people will leave a business because of natural attrition. That is, they've moved away, they've died, whatever the case may be. 5% know someone in the industry, or perhaps have a friend who knows someone, and they leave because of that. 9% leave because of price. Now, I'll just pause on this one here. A lot of health professionals are very scared about what they charge, and any talk about money becomes quite emotionally charged as well. But when you think that only 9% of your clients will leave because of price as the main reason, it's only a small percentage compared to perceived indifference, which, as you can see, is 68% below. 14% because they're dissatisfied with your product or service, and 68%, this is huge, because they don't feel valued. They don't feel like it matters to you whether they come or not. And that's really important. We've got a story from Charisse, one of our Clinic Mastery members, who I think this one illustrates the value of perceived indifference, which is really important. Last week, a couple who've been coming to my Pilates class for over 18 months both turned 40. I got them a cake, and I can't believe how excited they were by the acknowledgement. They were so grateful and posted a picture of it on Instagram later that day. I just think, wow, this is so good. I mean, firstly, it's such a simple thing to do, getting your clients a cake for their birthday. But the response was far more than what Charisse expected. And you know what it led to? It led to them going onto social media and telling everyone about it, raving about this experience that they had. I'm not saying get cakes for everyone who has a birthday, but I'm saying look for opportunities where you can connect with people and honor them for the time that they're spending with your business. It's so important, and it's one of the big keys for plugging the gap of perceived indifference and bringing your clients on a journey to becoming raving fans. So we've looked at knowing your client's journey. Back to these three keys. Know your client's journey. Know every point, the touch point that they have with your business. Deliver great consultations. That's what we're going to talk about now. And remember, I know I'm going quick, and I'm going to zoom through the next three as well, but just take a quick look back on your notes and highlight the most important one that you can implement right away. All right, delivering great consultations. Now, believe it or not, you can systemize and structure your appointments, which will be really useful for your team members. And it's quite simple. Make your consultations great at the beginning, great in the middle, and great at the end. Here's an example of a successful appointment structure. And I know, talking with a lot of health professionals out there, they feel like they struggle to stay on time. They can feel flustered. It seems like they're rushing people out the door. This is how to structure your appointment correctly. You can use this as a training tool with your team. Start with a point of connection at the beginning of the appointment. So the client comes in to see you in the treatment room, and then you use that first couple of minutes to connect with them, to understand what the issue is, to review perhaps what their progress has been, if it's a subsequent appointment. If it's the first appointment, it's taking that history, but you're connecting with them at that beginning part. Then you usher them into the treatment. You do the treatment, whether it's the assessment or the treatment, whatever the case may be. The treatment usually takes up the majority of the time in the appointment. And at the end, the element that's often missing is a great end to an appointment, and that is a wind down where you review what you've done today, you look at where they're at in terms of their journey, their progress with their pain management or whatever you're treating them for, and you're anticipating what's going to happen next. You're connecting with them again at that final part of the appointment. You're giving them all the resources and things that they need to be able to do between this appointment and the next one, and you're ushering them to reception and out the door. So that's an idea of a successful appointment structure. When things go wrong, it looks like this. You spend perhaps maybe a little bit too long at the beginning, ramping up, and perhaps they're talkative, or you can't quite land them into the treatment chair. And at this point here, you sort of find yourself doing all your treatment towards the back end of the appointment, and there's no time to wind down, and in the end, the client feels rushed. Now, the amount of time that they've spent with you is the same. It's just that we feel rushed at the end, and perhaps they don't feel like they got everything that they needed out of it. Here's another failed appointment structure. Let's say you've been running behind schedule, and you've got Mrs. Jones coming in, and you're very familiar with her and what she needs to do. So you don't have that connection point at the beginning. You rush them straight into the treatment chairs to see if you can catch up on time. You have the treatment, and then maybe towards the end you find, oh no, there's this extra issue that she wanted to talk with me about, and that's going to make me run late again, and you still feel flustered. So the client can feel rushed at the beginning as well as at the end as well. So structuring your appointments is very important. Number 2, in great consultations, step 5 on the 7 steps to creating raving new clients is consistent messages. I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this one here because I think it's really important. It's about scripting your appointments. Now, for any health professional watching this right now and who has had experience dealing with clients, you already script your appointments. You already use scripts. You already have a spiel. When you see a new patient who comes to see you with a particular problem, you've dealt with this problem before and you've communicated it before, and over the years you've developed a way of communicating the information about this problem, including the assessment that you do, the treatment that you do, and perhaps even a management plan that you do. It's already there in your head. You've got that spiel. What you want is your team to be delivering a service as good as yours. So with all your experience, it's great to be able to give what's in your head for particular problems or concerns as guidelines for your team to know what to do. And if you want to go that extra step further, to even know what exactly they can say in the appointment as well. And although some might think that scripting appointments means you're boxing in your team members and eliminating personality, or maybe they might miss something because they're following a script and their head's down thinking about a script rather than actually doing what they're doing. Just think of this. An actor uses a script, and this script enables the actor to layer their own personality and flair. Different actors reading the same script still can convey emotion and feeling. They just do it in their own individual ways. This is so important. Use your years of experience to note down what you do in particular appointments. Pass that on to your team, especially the new team members or new graduates who are coming to work with you, because they will benefit greatly from the knowledge of the experience that you have to offer. So I'm going to show you how to do this now, because it's so important. I really want to cover this here. Here's an example. It's just a sort of a shortened version of our new patient appointment script, and this shows all the elements of the appointment as they go through. It's essentially, you find the essential elements of the appointment: history taking, the assessment, the treatment, and the plan. That's generally how it goes for a new patient consult at our clinic. And then all you do is you create a script around each of those. Write down what you say for each of those parts of the appointment. This is really beneficial for helping the practitioner to deliver the service in the appropriate time. So if someone's running late or running behind schedule all the time or always keeping their clients waiting, then focusing on appointment scripts can be really useful to make this become automatic in their mind. It's accelerated learning. It's huge and really great way to mentor your new clients. And it's also really great for transitioning clients to other practitioners in your business. And look, I'll just pause on that as well. I'll just say a little bit more about it, because scripting is about forming habits around fundamentals, right? And when your brain starts to form habits about what you say, then your thinking becomes more automatic. And that means you have space to think clearly and pick up on maybe an unrecognized problem. So while you may think that scripts will box people in and limit their perception or their view on a particular problem that's presenting, it actually frees the brain up to think about it, because all that other stuff is automatic, knowing that they're not going to miss anything. And also engaging your client in a management plan. It's such an important thing to do. Management plans, yes, that is the next one. Step 6. So again, no apologies, I know I'm going fast. Just take a quick look back on your notes, highlight the most important one there, something that you can do right away as you're writing along. Step 6 here is about management plans, and we're in the section on great consultations. Management plans are important. All of us, just like with the scripts, all of us already provide management plans. Some management plans are not particularly good. I mean, think about it. If you see a client and you say, and they leave after they've seen you, and your advice to them is say, hey, come back if the problem presents again. You know, that's all from me. You don't need to come back and see me unless the problem comes back. That's a treatment plan. I don't know if it's a particularly good one. Maybe it's not for certain people, maybe it is entirely appropriate for others, but it is a treatment plan nonetheless. The important thing is that you are the trusted advisor. And for the client who's seeing you, you've got the certificates on the wall. You are the one who has the experience, that they're coming to you for a solution for their problem. So act like the trusted advisor and provide a trusted management plan for their problem. It provides clarity for the clients. It's really useful. Communicate it. Look, talk about the plan. Yes, that's one thing, but writing it down is another. And writing it down is very good way of communicating your management plan with them. And look, you may not know exactly how many appointments it's going to take for a problem to be fixed, and that's fine. That's what you communicate with them. But you at least get them started on a plan or on a journey. And if it's only one appointment, well, that's great too, but make sure that they know what the plan is from there. Remember to not be your patient's financial advisor. Offer care based on what's best for them, not based on the clothes they wear, the car they drive, the jewelry they're wearing. Let them decide what they can or cannot afford. And that's important. If they do bring up the issue of affordability, then that's fine. You can tailor your treatment plan accordingly. But it's incumbent on you as the trusted health advisor to offer the best treatment plan for that person. Very important. So this is what a management plan looks like. This is one that this is one here that you could use. It goes through the diagnosis, the treatment goals, the progress plan, the review, contact details as well. Something like this can be really useful for communicating exactly what you expect, and when the client takes that home with them, they feel safe that you have a solution to their problem. And it's no longer living from week to week, no longer living from appointment to appointment. There's a clear, it actually makes it a lot easier to treat your client in that time as well. There we go. So that is a management plan. I'm going to keep moving. We're moving quick. Loving it. Let's just review these 6 steps so far. We've got knowing your client's journey, delivering great consultations, and monitoring the results. Now, in knowing your client's journey, we've covered step one, the new patient process, identifying key touch points, key things that are going to be really beneficial for your new patients. Number 2, step 2 is that connection, knowing the emotional bank account, knowing that you have this exchange going on all the time with your relationships with your clients. Step 3, plugging the gap of perceived indifference. Stay in contact with your clients, a simple phone call, a follow-up, a message, something, just to let them know that you really do care about them. So key. Number 4, step 4, using a great appointment structure with a great beginning, a great middle, and a great end. Step 5, consistent messages. Scripting those appointments. Not only is a great training tool for new practitioners in your business, but it's also really useful for staying on time and enrolling or engaging your clients in continuing care. And step 6, those management plans, making sure that you are using them effectively so that the client knows exactly what's coming up next. We're up to step 7 now, which is monitoring the results. Now, this is key. And the reason why it's key is because any good system is about monitoring. We've got a patient journey spreadsheet here I'll show you, monitoring results. So patient journey spreadsheet. This is a way to know that no one gets missed. Now, if you've got all these things that need to happen, if you've got administration staff who are perhaps not really involved with what you do, maybe they look after other people more than you, or if you've got administration staff who do work for you, you need to have a way to monitor that everything is being done and that nothing gets missed. You want to make sure your team is delivering consistent service, because the consistency is key. If you're going to do something, you need to do it consistently and do it well, and that's where systems are so important. Also, you can use these as performance benchmarks. You can make sure that you're monitoring your team's performance based on these benchmarks as well. Here is an example of a new client checklist. Now, I'll just go through it, and I'm sure you can madly write down these columns here if you like. But on the left in the blue section, we've got the date, the name of the client, the location if you've got multiple locations at your clinic, their referral source, and some notes about their referral source. Now, And then we go through the key things that need to occur. So the data has been entered correctly, the management plan has been provided, they've got a new patient folder, perhaps a review appointment has been booked, yes or no. Has the practitioner done their support call within 3 days, 7 to 10 days, yes or no? Has the client been contacted by the practitioner? Has a letter to the healthcare team been sent within 5 business days? Has a progress or a review appointment been attended? Did they actually turn up for their review appointment? You need to track those things. And then on the final column here is the feedback score. Has the feedback score been received, and is it greater than 8 out of 10? Look, all of these things are really useful ways, and what we need is a simple visual scale with lots of green and red if something hasn't been done, and that gives us an idea as to whether something is being missed or not. And that way we know that every new patient who comes to see the clinic actually gets the same level of service and consistent service delivery. You're able to monitor that it's being done as a clinic owner with the simple visual scale to be able to show that it's done. Systems, they're so important. And I'm sure you're madly scribbling this down, and that's fine. I'll show you how you can get a copy of this in just a minute. But just remember, opportunity without structure is chaos. The systems are important. The system is a procedure designed to achieve an outcome that's consistent, measurable, and ultimately benefits your clients. Michael Gerber talks about this in the E-Myth. You need to let the systems run the business and the people run the systems. Because people come and go, team members come and go. And often that's not even under your control, but the systems remain constant, and that is what is under your control. It's the systems that run your business. And that's what's so important about this. Each of these 7 steps is so powerful, right? But not if you don't have systems around each of them to make these processes automatic, consistent, and delivered right every time. Now, prior to this webinar, I asked people what questions they had about this topic of client experiences. And overwhelmingly, people wanted to know 2 things. Firstly, how can we ethically improve the number of referrals? That is, how can we ethically improve the number of people coming into our clinic and in our appointment books? And the second one, how do we create the right systems, the right ones that are going to work? Now, hang tight. I'm going to cover all of this in just a moment. But first of all, I'd just love to introduce you to Clinic Mastery's ultimate new patient journey. Now, at my clinic, our ability to systemize everything we did well to help our clients get better and give them a great experience in the process was just that. It's a process, something that anyone could follow and get the same outcome. And that's what the ultimate new patient journey represents. It's the exact process that I use and train my team to use to deliver great experiences for our new patients and create a thriving clinic. Now, I don't say this to impress you, but rather to impress upon you the need to be very deliberate about the care and experience you provide. Don't let that be the variable of your success as a professional or as a clinic owner. Look, the last thing you want to do is have your books packed to the rafters only to disappoint your clients. It doesn't matter what stage of business you're at. I mean, when you have a team of people, if you've got a team of people around you now, or if you're looking to grow your team, or even if you're looking to sell, you've got to be able to have someone to jump into the driver's seat and replicate the great standard of care your clients expect every time. Your clients will absolutely rave about the quality and consistency of you and your team, and you'll start generating word-of-mouth referrals without even needing to try. So let's talk a little bit about this program. What you get is this training module, this training portal, this learning portal, where we give you all the done-for-you tools and resources you need to complete a full renovation of the key aspects of your new patient's journey. So there are 10 modules, right? And we've sort of covered 7 steps, but there are a few more than this. And with these modules, we go deep with videos for everything that you need to know to support yourself and support your learning. It's the key aspects of that new patient journey. So there are 10 modules. with the videos, along with supporting learning tools and actual systems you can use in your clinic right away. And I know that for you to document and systemize everything in your new patient journey to create the structure you need, it's going to take you at least a couple of months. And that's if you work like crazy. I know, because that's what I did. And that's not really the best use of your time. But the good thing is I've done the heavy lifting for you. I've got them all here. And in the Ultimate New Patient Journey, you get the systems that contributed to our clinic winning the Telstra Business Award, which recognises industry leaders on client service and experience. Let's take a closer look. Here's the modules. This is what you get. So there are 10 modules, and each module has done for you systems and processes ready to immediately implement in your clinic right away. Looking at topic 1, the ideal client journey, topic 2, delivering great consultations. Within each of these, we've got the ladder of loyalty. These are systems that you can use to help your client go from someone who doesn't even know you to being raving fans in the shortest amount of time possible. There's a brilliant video on that. It's 20 minutes, and I know Clinic Mastery members have used this to actually use them during their team meetings with their team in their own clinics. Emotional connection. So we're covering the emotional bank account, new patient visit structure, perceived indifference, systems and things that you can implement around that, and we go deep with that as well. Client inquiries, using a system to be able to take those inquiries and book appointments, and monitoring those bookings with the administration team using conversion spreadsheets, and so on and so forth. In delivering great consultations, we talk about the appointment structure and having the systems there in place, consistent messages with actual appointment scripts that you can use, management plans, so that management plan template, you get it, and others as well from different clinics so you can pull the things that matter for you. Client interaction, how to do your follow-up phone calls, and the new patient process. With that new patient journey spreadsheet, you get the spreadsheet that you can use to be able to implement in your clinic right away. So this is huge. There's a lot in it, and literally means you've got the best systems there ready to go straight away. And it'll save you a lot of late nights and early mornings creating the systems, which means you can spend more time doing what you enjoy. Now let's have a look at what some people are saying about this. Marion in Queensland says, this is just fantastic content. It's easy to digest and makes so much sense. For the first time in a few years, I'm feeling really excited about my business, and my team is getting really pumped up as well. And it's so exciting to see what's happening in Marion's clinic up in Queensland. So the benefits are you get actual systems you can download and use. They're all there. You get everything you need at the right time. I mean, it's bite-sized learning. So you can watch the videos in your own time. It's bite-sized. They're only sort of 10, 15 minutes for each video. And it's really good for busy people. You get lifetime access. It will continue to be on the internet as long as you have the internet, as long as the internet is around. And it's also available on any device, mobile, desktop, tablet. It's there. You can access it from any of them. Andrew in South Australia says, we have a lot more structure behind what we do now. The team is more aligned in how we deliver our service, and that means we are producing a better experience for clients. Really happy to see our new client journey implemented successfully in the last couple of weeks. So remember, you get this learning portal with all those modules there, the videos and the supporting documentation. You also, here's an example of some of the resources that you get that accompany each video. As you can see, it's a lot of information and it's highly valuable for implementing and taking action. Karina said, I've done a few business building courses, and this has by far been the most relevant, comprehensive and beneficial. We are health professionals. We understand the health industry. We understand the rules and what you can do and what you can't do. And that's what this is all about. So let me tell you about the program. We've got the training portal with those 10 learning modules. You can work at your own pace. You've got all those supporting resources with systems you can implement right away. Let me tell you, this is absolutely amazing value. The total for this is $550, including GST. All of that for just $550, and I just think it's amazing, and we wanted to make it accessible for everyone by doing it that way. But that's not all. There are some bonuses here as well. Topic 3, mastering impressions. So you know how you induct new team members into your clinic? Well, this is actually about inducting clients into your clinic. So sitting down with them and taking them through an induction process so they understand the rules. It makes for much better clients right from the very beginning. And that's huge for not missing appointments and for paying on time and all those other little client frustrations that we often have as health professionals. We've also got a welcome pack example that you can use there in that too. And in topic 4, measuring growth, a really key statistic is knowing your patient visit average. This really determines the health of some of the systems in your business, especially around the new patient experience. You want to make sure that you're opening the front door, bringing people into your clinic, but closing the back door, making sure that you're not losing people for unnecessary reasons in the background. And the patient visit average is such a key statistic to know. We'll give you a spreadsheet and the ability to be able to monitor that. Those bonuses in themselves is that they are huge. Michael in the USA says, if it wasn't for people like you, I wouldn't be able to take a risk and try it out on my own. We really love the position that we're in. And these are really important. Remember, there are 3 keys to this. And we're going to knowing your client's journey, delivering great consultations, and monitoring the results. Getting these things right are the things that you can do for patient wow. So here we go, just a bit of a summary. Oh, here's another one. I'm more excited about my business now than I've ever been as it gains greater structure and momentum minus the 1,000 hours I used to invest in it. Here we go. Okay, so let's review what we've got. We've got the training portal with 10 learning modules. You work at your own pace. You've got the supporting resources with systems you can implement right away. You've got the bonus, the 2 bonus learning modules, mastering impressions and measuring growth. And let me tell you, just those bonus learning modules on their own is worth the $550 in just them. They are huge and they're really useful, really valuable. More than that, we want to go another step further and offer $500 credit. If you purchase this, you can get $500 credit towards the full Clinic Mastery Business Academy. And this is huge. Let me tell you what the big business academy is about. You see this little purple area on the top right here? This is where we're operating at the moment, just around these modules around the new client experience. Just imagine what else is here with the full Clinic Mastery Business Academy program. In module 1, we go through planning for success, knowing your goals and planning and steps to be able to create time. We go through your Google site. We actually give you an intranet site you can use with your clinic to house all your policies and procedures, discussion boards, communication platforms, everything you need to be able to run your business effectively and lift the culture. Mastering clinic operations, setting your targets. In the second module here, we look at all, in the orange area, we're looking at finding the right people. Mastering team meetings, getting the right culture into the business, knowing how to reward and recognize your staff with all the videos, training, the support resources as well. Module 3 in the experience, that's where we're hovering tonight. Module 4 about profit, knowing your market strategies, knowing how to get your fees right, understanding budgets and reports. Look, that is the big program, and by purchasing the Ultimate New Patient Journey tonight, you can have $500 off that one there, so you essentially get your money back. But look, this isn't the big one. What we're looking for you is to just take the first step. And this is what the key is. Right now, you need to take the first step. This Ultimate New Patient Journey program is incredible. And look, just because we believe in it so much, we are offering a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. This is a complete no-brainer. I mean, it's $550 now to invest into your business, which will just make a huge difference for your future ongoing. Mark in Victoria is saying there's so much value in the knowledge you've provided us that we can implement straight away. Here's what you need to do. To take advantage of this, click the link that's in the chat box right now to enroll. What will happen is you'll be taken to a secure payment page. This page is locked down. Your credit card information isn't going anywhere. Once you complete this process, you'll be taken to a thank you page, which will tell you to check your email. And guess what? In your email, you'll have your special key to the learning portal. And that's it. You can have it right away. You can have it tonight if you want. Just remember, by making a decision to take action, you're joining the small percentage of high-level health practitioners who are free to get what they want from their business. It's not a big amount. It's just $550 to change your business, to create a community of loyal, raving fans with a risk-free guarantee and some incredible bonuses. But here, I've just got to tell you about this one. There's only 20 places remaining for this enrollment period. The reason why is because we like to work intimately with the people who join us. And so we have to limit the intake. So for this one, there's only 20 places that there is to go. Now, back to the question about how to ethically improve the number of referrals. Okay, here we go. Connect with your clients. We've talked about that already. Making sure you're connecting with your clients is huge. Have them talking about you for the right reasons. Find ways to have your client who's seen you talk about you to their friends or their family at dinner that night. You know, when we started with the cup of tea, people would go home and say to their family, you know, I had this amazing cup of tea at the podiatrist today. And they'd say, what? At the podiatrist? Yeah, at the podiatrist. Well, my podiatrist doesn't do that. Who do you see? And it starts a conversation around it. It's really important to have those conversations while you're not around. So I'm going to give you a key to doing this. It's simple. It's not a fancy technique. It's to ask your client for referrals. Let them know you'd love to see more people. Now, here it is. Just pick someone that you're comfortable with and set yourself a goal to ask for 3 referrals this week and watch how your appointment book explodes. And as you get into the habit of asking for referrals from your good clients, it will become easier. And look, if you're worried about how they'll respond, remember that with all the systems you're implementing around great experiences for your clients, you can be confident that anyone they do send to you is going to be well looked after. So implement good systems around your new patient experience. Guys, this brings us to we're near the end of the webinar now. It's been fast-paced. It's been a lot of information. I'd love to encourage you to connect with us. If you want to know more, if you've got any questions, please connect with us on all the socials. The handle is @ClinicMastery. Snapchat is a really great way of becoming personally connected with us. It's the easiest way to get in touch with us straight away. We're always on Snapchat, both myself and Ben Lynch, following our days, everything that happens on a day-to-day basis. We have interviews, we have quotes and inspiration, really, really cool stuff. So that's really important. Look, just to review, click on the link now in that chat box to enroll for this new Ultimate New Patient Journey program. Take the action now, and remember, there's only 20 places remaining for this enrollment period. Andrew in New Zealand, he said that this demystifies the strategy for success. It's a recipe instead of just seeing how things go. People are loving this, and we know it works because we've been working on it with clinics from all over. And it's just so valuable. It's a no-brainer in my mind. Anyway, you get it. That's enough from me. I look forward to seeing you in the Ultimate New Patient Journey. I just want to leave you with a thought. You can make your money back, but you can't make your time back. So make sure you're consciously and constantly looking to invest for the best return. Make sure you click that link in the chat box now. I'm about to close the webinar, and once I do, you won't be able to see that one anymore. So make sure you click on that, even if you've just got it saved into your browser so you can revisit later. Really do it now, because I'm about to finish off now. So look, guys, that's enough from me. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the other side. But until next time, make sure you continue to consult with passion and serve with care. Thanks so much for your time tonight. Hope it's all good. Now we do have some questions. I'll open up the floor to some questions. And very good. Thank you. Deanne asked, what type of clinics do we work with? We work with all clinics. We have speech pathologists, naturopaths, physios, chiropractors, podiatrists, myotherapists, osteopaths, all sorts of clinics that we've worked with over the time. And so we're very familiar with all clinics. If that wasn't one of you, we're looking forward to working with you, because it is appropriate across the board. We are health professionals, and we love working with health professionals, and that's what's really important. I'll just have a look at some other questions if you have any more, if anyone does. These systems do they work across all allied health professionals? Yes, absolutely. Just like business principles work across multiple types of business, so these systems work across others. The other thing is you've got access to us. Ben Lynch, Shane Davis, Shane has 10 clinics of his own, and he's had an amazing journey in developing those clinics, and myself to be able to help you with individualizing things if that's what you need to make it apply better in your clinic. Also, there is the Full Clinic Mastery Business Academy, which has access to all sorts of bonuses such as coaching, webinars, and other things like that too. So there's a lot that we can do to be able to work with you regardless of the profession that you're in. Look, if there aren't any other questions, I will close it off now, but I want to say thank you everyone for your time, and looking forward to seeing you on the other side. Click on that link now, save it into your web browser, because that's it for now. Thanks for your time, everyone, and again, until next time, make sure you consult with passion and serve with care. See you guys.